So, I'm here to promote responsible gun ownership. Sa lahat ng post ko, I always end by saying, be a responsible gun owner. And that is the only way to be able to secure our gun-loving legacy in this country. Kasi kung pabaya po tayo at nagkaletse-letse na at hindi na po tayo responsible gun owners, baka mawala sa atin yung pribileyo. Remember, it's a privilege. Unlike the US Constitution, they have the Second Amendment. It is the right to bear arms. Sa atin po, pribileyo ito. So we have to promote responsible gun ownership at all times. In the last few decades, as a congressman representing the 3rd District of Bukidnon and as a senator since I started in 2007, we have promoted laws for responsible gun ownership. In 2022, marami sa inyo natuwa sa bill ko. Ako po yung principal author nito at nagpasimuno nito yung pag-extend ng inyong firearms license from 1 year to 10 years. Diba? Dati every year, na sa permit to carry every year, sa license every 2 years. Ang hirap. Ginawa po natin 10 years para hindi na po kayo kailangan pabalik-balik. Kasi sabi ko, hindi naman, there's no difference, bayad lang. In other words, kung gusto lang naman ng PNP ng income, bayaran natin times 10. Diba? 1 year, 2 years, gawin mo times 5 kasi 10 years na. Pumayag naman po sila at nagpapasalamat din po ako sa PNP. Now, I'm advocating Senate Bill number 155 or an act. Ito, maganda to. Makinig po kayo, mga responsible gun owners. Alam nyo, naumpisan po ito nung nagkaroon ng isang malaking rally sa Metro Manila that turned violent. This was just last year or early this year. May isang watchmaker, senior citizen na watchmaker na may maliit na booth kung saan nakatira po yung kanyang pamilya. Nung nagkaroon ng rioting, pinasukan yung booth niya at nagnanakawan ang kanyang mga gamit. At may isa pa nga, nakita sa video, may dalang pamalo at papaluin yung tatay na pumipigil sa kanila at pinoprotektahan ang kanyang pamilya. Napalabas po niya yung kanyang isang parang screwdriver at kasi napalo po siya, he defended himself, nasaksak niya yung isang rioter at unfortunately, namatay nga po yung rioter na yun. Pero that fellow who defended his family, meron siyang 10 years old, mga bata, ay hanggang ngayon ay nakakulong pa rin. Hindi tama po yan. As responsible gun owners, why do we have our firearms? Is to defend and protect ourselves from illegal acts. Kaya meron po akong final na bill. Ito po ang Senate Bill number 1555, an act strengthening the definition of self-defense. Ito po yung self-defense law. Ano po yan? Pag pinasukan ka po sa iyong tahanan, akyat bahay, may dalang panaksak o baril, you have the right to defend yourself, your family, and your property. In the United States, ang tawag po dyan, castle law. That is the castle law. Lalo na sa Texas, Montana, pag pumasok ka sa loob ng bahay without even any question or provocation, you can be shot in the US. Dito, hindi naman ganun. We just have the right to defend ourselves. And I think, the PNP kasi, they're also, nag-iingat po sila. Kasi under the law, under the revised penal code, pag dinipensahan mo po yung sarili nyo sa inyong tahanan, you still have to prove that it is self-defense. Ikukulong po kayo. Eh kung magaling kayo, mayaman, at madami kong kayong abogado, pwede kayong lumusot. Pero paano yung responsible gun owner, middle class? He could be a public servant, he could be a person working in a bank, and he defended himself from an akyat bahay member or sindikato, na baril niya po yan, defending his family. He should have the right to be able to defend himself at hindi automatic kulong ang mangyayari sa kanya. Diba? So yan ang gagawin po natin. Okay pa sa inyo yan? Mga kapatid, yan ang, ito po ay karapatan na depensa natin ang ating sarili sa sarili nating bahay, sasakyan, and place of business. mayroon tayong karapatan, depensahan ng ating sarili. And so that is what we're pushing for, and I'm working with Senator Kiko kasi siya chairman ng Committee on Justice on how we can fine-tune this measure. At ang tunay naman na responsible gun owner ay marunong umiwas sa gulo, marunong magpigil at gumamit lamang ng puwersa kapag talagang kinakailangan natin protektahan ang buhay. Kanina nga nag-uusap kami ni General Sangalang. It is less than 1% ang crimes committed by responsible licensed firearm owners. As a matter of fact, it is 0.002%. Yung nakikita po natin sa balita, riding in tandem, yung namamaril tuwing eleksyon, nagkakaputukan dyan sa mga sindikato, lahat po yan ay illegal firearms and illegal use of these firearms. Mga sindikato po yan, criminal. Kaya, sabi ko kay General, alam mo General, bilang isang responsible firearms owner, natatakot po kami gumawa ng krimen o magkakamali. Dahil automatic ayon sa ating batas, makokonfiska ang inyong mga baril at ayaw naman natin po makonfiska yung ating mga baril. That's why we are responsible gun owners. More responsible than many people think we are. And so, we filed again a bill, or we refiled our bill on the firearms law. Unfortunately, last year, na-veto po yun. Yung bill na yun, Eric was there, Martin, my dear friend Tuason was always with us lobbying. All of you were lobbying for amendments to the firearms law. Pero in-address na po natin yung veto message ng Pangulo. So ginawa po natin, vinifile po natin yan at na-address po yung mga concerns ng ating PNP and the concerns ng Defense Department on questions of the firearms law. But we still included more exemptions on the requirements for threat assessment certificate. So, alam mo, minsan, napakahirap kumuha ng threat assessment certificate. So, liberalize po natin yan. The other is, and we added here, basta kasama po kayo sa allied health professionals, incumbent and former elected officials, reservists, chief security officers, and retired general, magugustuhan mo ito. Kasi, maski na po retired na kayo, hindi po special treatment yung PNP. Ngayon, under these amendments to the law, pag retired PNP personnel ka, retired military, wala na po kailangan hindi na po kailangan na threat assessment. Because obviously, you are well trained in firearms and there's still a threat being a former law enforcement agent. And then, pinapatas din po natin yung firearms and ammunition carry ninyo. Ngayon po, pag bumili po kayo ng baril dito, 50 rounds lang po ang pwede under our license. Now, we requested that we up it up to about 250 rounds per firearms. So, okay na rin yung 250 rounds per firearms. So, 10 yung firearms mo, do you have 2,500? And 2,500 rounds for licensed sports shooters. Bakit po? Kasi dyan, pag kayo'y shooter at kayo po ay mahilig din sa shooting, pag pumunta po kayo sa range, hindi naman po kayo magdadala ng 50 rounds. Yung 50 rounds, wala pang 5 minuto, ubus na po yun. So as a licensed firearm owner and sports shooter, you have to bring at least 1,000 rounds for practice. In that alone, we are already in violation of the law. So we have to be very practical about it. Kailangan maging practical po tayo. So we're also going to increase the amount of ammunition allowed legally possessed. We're also pushing for shorter election period gun ban. Kasi yung gun ban, dehado po tayo, yung mga licensed responsible firearm owners. Yung mga illegal, sindikato, criminal, hindi naman nagbabantay po yan sa firearms gun ban. Sila po yung nagdadala at namamaril ng tao regardless if there's a ban or not. We also are simplifying the transfer of ownership when it comes to licenses. Because pag namatay po yung licensed firearms owner, napaka-hirap under the law you have to surrender all those firearms to the PNP. For example, kung namatay ka at hindi nyo po nagawa ng paraan na matransfer, walang advance deed of sale sa kamag-anak mo, ano yan? Confiscated po yan. Balik po sa PNP yan. Under this law, when a firearm owner dies or becomes legally incapacitated, madali lang po i-transfer sa next of kin sa inyong kamag-anak o inyong designated owner. Okay ba po ba yan, mga kapatid? Di ba? Kasi ano yan eh, that is an asset. Asset po yan. Parang bahay nyo. Pag namatay kayo, pupunta sa asawa mo o sa anak mo. That is an asset, so we treat it like an asset. And then also, we put another 1-year amnesty to register or renew firearms licenses. Alam ko marami po sa mga taga-probinsya dito, medyo remiss sa pag-renew ng inyong licenses at na oplan katok sa bahay na ninyo. You have now, under this proposed law, 1 year of amnesty to be able to renew your firearms licenses. So, we also put amendments that are focused on the defense industry to make it easier, slashing the red tape for all those that are here, from Arms Corps to Top Gun to Trust Trade to Tactical Corner, yes, and all the other companies that are here. It will make it easier and boost our self-reliance by pushing for the self-reliant defense posture. That is another speech that I have to make that will take a long time. Kasi under the Self-Reliance Defense Posture Act na pinasa po natin, ako po yung principal author and sponsor nun, we're still lagging behind in the approvals of this and the promotion of this law. Now, under the Senate Bill number 1897, we'll hopefully be able to pass it this year. I will ask personally, Eric, Senator Ping Lacson, who I know is very strict when it comes to gun ownership, but I will ask him personally if I can create a subcommittee to sponsor the bill myself para ma-defend ko siya sa plenaryo. Kayo na bahala sa House of Representatives para maipasa na po natin itong bill natin. But we will always be guided by caution and temperance. We'll always prioritize the safety of the public, General. We'll always prioritize the safety of the public, especially during this time of national concern and gun violence. Alam niyo po, marami pong sa mga anti-gun, they see us as a threat to society. But little do they know that we are also a deterrence. Remember that the Philippines was colonized 3 times. During the Spanish era, during the American era, and during the Japanese occupation. And in these 3 tumultuous times of our history, many Filipinos sacrificed their lives. Ang dala po nila itak, bolo, kampilan, para ipaglaban ang ating freedom, ang ating soberenya. And as responsible gun owners with almost 1 million Filipinos holding guns responsibly, trained in defending their homes, one day, hindi po natin alam, with the tensions around our areas and around our vicinities, around our neighboring countries, we may be called once again to defend our country. Ako po, I'm a reservist. I'm a lieutenant colonel in the Army Reserves. And when need be, if I have to open my gun collection to fellow reservists and fellow patriots who have to defend God and country, we will do it. We need to do it for our families, for our country. Kaya deterrence po yan. Maraming bansa na yun na very strict ang gun laws. Napakadali, pasukan. Europe now, in many countries in Europe, I want to let you know this, they're already doing conscription. Yung katabi ng Ukraine and Russia, many countries, Germany again is doing 1-year training for their young adults, conscription. Mandatory yung military training. Na yun lang nila nag-umpisa niyan. Ang Switzerland, which we thought for a long time is a gunless society, mali po. Switzerland has the highest number of gun ownership in Europe. Almost every family there owns a licensed firearm and they're ready to defend themselves. Kaya lahat po dito nagbibili ng baril ay magagamit nyo po, General. Pagdating ng kaguluhan, we can organize them to help defend their territories. Tama ba po yan, mga kapatid?
Yes.
Mga kababayan, are we willing to risk our lives as responsible gun owners for God and country? Amen. At that is my number one case in point pag nasa Senado po ako and I defend being a responsible gun owner. So in the end, my dear friends, being a responsible gun owner is sacred. Yung nangyari mga gun violence na yon, and I will address this as our new law that we're amending, is not caused by responsible gun owners. With due respect, General, yung shooting na nangyari po sa Tacloban, ni isang responsible gun owner ang may kasalanan yan. And yet, ang sigaw nila ay bawasan ng baril sa kamay ng ating mga kababayan. Hindi po tama yan. Kasi, with due respect, one of the firearms, the Glock, was actually a PNP issued firearm. And according to the lady officer, nakalock naman po siya. But under our law, it has to be a gun safe. Kaya yung nagbebenta ng mga safe dito, magbenta na kayong marami. Dahil talagang kailangan secured ang firearms nyo. Kasi ayon sa ating batas, pag ang baril natin ay nakuha po sa atin forcibly at ginamit po sa illegal activity, damay po tayo. So we have to make sure that we secure our firearms. But for the record, hindi po kasalanan ng licensed firearm owners itong pangyayaring ito. However, in the law, General, we will increase, ang plano ko, will amend it to increase the penalties on the misuse of licensed firearm owners by being used for illegal activities. So gagawin po natin yan. So we must be responsible at all times. Gun owners must also be held to account. They did not pull the trigger, but negligence paved the way for tragedy to transpire. So kailangan ayusin natin yan. We need to share the responsibility to cultivate a safe environment for every Filipino where guns are not used for violence and harm, but for defense, protection, and sport shooting. And to close this speech, I want to end by dedicating today and this show to my dear friend, dedicated firearms advocate, and fellow brother in arms, Martin Tuason. Palakpakan po natin si Martin Tuason of Arms Corps. Namatay po siya noong November in a massive heart attack. And I would like to dedicate my speech here today because he fought hard. Ipinaglaban po niya ang karapatan natin to own and possess firearms. Sila ni Arik at mga kasama ng AFAD noon ang nakikipag-away sa mga congressmen at senador pag may tumututol sa ating karapatan to defend ourselves at pribileho na magkaroon ng firearms and equipment. So I dedicate my speech to all those who fought for this privilege, especially to my dear friend and brother, Martin Tuason. May you continue to defend us in the gates of heaven, holding a 50 caliber Barrett, looking for the devil and the evil that will come against us. With you, I dedicate my speech. God bless you, my dear friend and brother. And to all of you, mabuhay po tayong lahat at mabuhay ang firearms industry. Maraming salamat po.